Yep, upcoming promotions include Championship Sunday, 3 weeks from tomorrow, the Long Acres Mile. And we probably won't be seeing Arrow the Great, the defending champion. He's in training, but not probably sufficient work. So I shouldn't rule anybody out, but doesn't look too likely at this point. And of course, we had a repeat winner in 2023 and 2024 with Five-Star General.
It's going to be hard to make up his mile win there. That second mile win was a pretty impressive win, and a head victory. It looked like he wasn't going to get there, but he did. That was a great effort by him.
Yeah, and of course he has that seemingly almost unbreakable record of 5 straight top 3 performances in the mile. Sleuth Tiz Wiz had it going until last year. He had 3 in a row with the victory in 2022, and he finished very fast in that Governor's last Sunday behind the winner, See That Tiger. See That Tiger going a mile. He hasn't won around 2 turns. Not that many tries, though, so far.
I think they're just the one try, and he had the lead for most of that race and just got out finished at the end. It was a mile and 16th, if I remember correctly. So definitely he's ran a huge race, much better than his previous race. We'll see. He'll probably be one of the main contenders, depending on who ships in. That's pretty clear there, but that was a dominant win in the Governor's last Sunday.
Yeah, 7 for 8 in sprints. He did run in the Gottstein and the Derby last year. He had the lead in the Derby, and then He's Not Talking made the winning move. He's Not Talking, he had a rough start there in the Governors, and he's certainly a proven 2-turn horse as well. Lots of possibilities coming up over the next few weeks. Let's go to the field for the 5th. Maiden special weights for fillies and mares. Number 1 is out. Scratch the 1. Helen Gone, one of 3 first-time starters. She's by Rise Up out of Kate Wins-A-Lot, who was a very capable runner from her limited opportunities. And she is a producing mare as well. And as you know, John, we've seen a couple of Rise Ups that competed very well here.
Yeah, and when I glanced at this race, the first thing I saw was that 46-2 breezing from the gate work July 2nd. That's a pretty nice workout for her, her when she starts going a little longer distances. So I think she must have some talent here. And as you mentioned, she's actually bred to have some early speed. So drawing the rail now with the scratch and that good gate workout, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this horse had good early speed. And if that's the case, she might be tough to catch.
We're going 6 furlongs again, 3-year-olds and up. The first-time starters, 2, 4, and 5 are all 3-year-olds. In fact, the only non-3-year-old is number 3, Melodus Sonnet. Melodus Sonnet. There she is. She's by Sky Mesa, who was an outstanding sire for so many years. Sky Mesa, son of Pulpit. Melodus Sonnet just has not shown any early speed and all, and she's had a few tries now.
Yeah, and her last race was a wet track, and in that race she was fractious in the gate and broke slow. Now the race before that was a little better effort there. It was on a dry track. She also veered in at the start, so as you mentioned, she doesn't have much speed. Hopefully she can get out of the gate cleanly, and she's one of these horses that she might need a little longer distance to be running 5.5. Maybe the 6 will help her, and obviously if she can get in contention a little earlier, that might help.
Alex Cruz aboard for Cliff Balcom. There's the 3. Number 4 is Shaughnessy by Counterforce, that son of Smart Strike who stood so many years up in British Columbia. And she has some good works in tow here.
Yeah, she had some good works leading into June 5th workout. Then had a little bit of a gap there, but they came back with a nice 59-1, and then looks plenty fit off a 6 furlong workout. And as you mentioned, good Canadian breeding. It was a $21,000 purchase. A lot of positives for her.
Yeah, trainer Robbie Gilker has won maiden special weight down here at Emerald Downs in the past. Shaughnessy, first-time starter with Alyssa Morales. There's the 5 Pearlescence, and looks like she wants to get this first career race underway. She is the younger sister of Lonesome Boy, the 2024 Washington Horse of the Year and leading earner that year. and by Conveyance, who's been a hot sire.
Yeah, and she should be plenty fit. She was working 3 furlongs back in mid-March in Turf Paradise, so you know she's had plenty of time to get fit and ready. Nice 36-1 workout about 4 weeks ago here, and gave a good appearance coming into the paddock, as you mentioned.
There she is, as Silvio Amador gets aboard for Alexis Silva Martinez. Kiss Don't Tell has one race. She had the one hole at Santa Anita a month and a half ago.
Yeah, you look at that race, as you mentioned, she didn't get out of the gate cleanly, broke a little slow, but ran okay. Now she's on the dirt. She meets probably a little easier company here and has every right to improve.
Yep, certainly could move a long way forward for Debbie Peary. Kevin Krieger on the track for the 5th.
Horses on the track for the 5th race today. The 5th race, a distance of 6 furlongs. It is the Budweiser Purse. Maiden special weight event, purse of $23,000. It's for maiden fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Reminder that number 1, Magic Jewel, has been scratched. Scratch number 1, Magic Jewel. Post time in just over 5 minutes.
Coming up on race number 5 at Emerald Downs. And we're going to start the late pick 4 rate right here. Races 5, 6, 7, and 8. 50-cent pick 4 begins with the 5th. We have 3 first-time starters among the 5 runners. Numbers 2, 4, and 5 making a career debut coming up. Scratch the 1. Let's head up to Tom for his pick.
All right, Joe, in this 5th race, we have a couple of horses eligible for breeders' bonuses as well. You know, we don't talk a lot about that, but we should. You've got Helen Gone and Pearl Essence both eligible for a big check of an extra $1,500 if they can make it home in front here today. So that said, I'll look to number 6, Kiss Don't Tell, who's not eligible for the bonus but looks pretty good anyway. Kevin Krieger has the assignment here for trainer Debbie Peary. Kiss Don't Tell up from Santa Anita after squaring off against $50,000 Maiden Claiming Company at first asking. I think this will be a better spot. You look at that debut run there. It was on the turf course at 6 furlongs. Noted in the chart commentary that she was off a step slow, didn't get the best of trips, it looks like. So it'll be interesting to see how she does here today. Kiss Don't Tell for me, number 6. I go 6, 4, and 5 here in the 5th.
Okay, yeah, number 6, Kiss Don't Tell, just last month, career debut at Santa Anita, and a slow start from the number 1 post does not breed success for the most part. John, how do you see it?
I'm going to try a first-time starter in here, and that's number 2, Helen Gone. I know she doesn't seem to be drawing any money, but this barn over the years has won with 2 of 9 first-time starters, so they can get him ready. It does have a couple nice 5 furlong workouts, and as we talked earlier, a nice 46 and 2 breezing from the gate. So I hope she has some speed, and if she does, might have a slight upset. We'll see.
Yep, by Rise Up, who for limited opportunities has done just fine as a Northwest Stallion. Okay, a third opinion in a 5-horse field. Hasn't been working too well for us so far today, but Pearl Essence, the 5-horse, a big, strong daughter of Conveyance out of Atta Girl Pearl. That makes her the younger sister of Lonesome Boy, who had one tremendous season in 2024, Washington Horse of the Year. Yeah, she's had plenty of works, and her sire also has been hot this year, very hot, especially with first-time starters. I'm on the 5. Tom's on the 6. John's on the 2 here in race 5.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 5th. Fifth race today, the Budweiser Purse at 6 furlongs. Field set to load now. Helen Gone, first one to go up. Millidoo Sonnet the next. Now comes Shaughnessy. Pearl Essence the gray standing by. Gate crew working with Shaughnessy number 4. Shaughnessy settled away. In goes Pearl Essence. Kiss Don't Tell, last one up. And they're in. And runners away. On the outside, Pearl Essence quick into stride. Kiss Don't Tell is there. Here comes Shaughnessy on the go, middle of the pack. Millidoo Sonnet racing just back of the leaders, 2.5 clear of Helen Gone as they sprint for the far turn. And Shaughnessy just a nose in front, but Pearl Essence is right there. Those two move as one. Kiss Don't Tell up on the outside, poised in third, 3 parts to Millidoo Sonnet tucked away at the rail. Up in the clear comes Helen Gone, just 4 off the beat now and gaining ground. Around the turn they go. Shaughnessy, Pearl Essence, Kiss Don't Tell. Just back of the leaders now. Helen Gone swings to the outside to begin her run. They round the turn and head for home. Shaughnessy digs in at the inside. Pearl Essence pressing from the outside, and they're in deep stretch now. Shaughnessy fighting with Pearl Essence. Pearl Essence back in front now, and Pearl Essence going away. It's Pearl Essence to win it, 2.5 from Shaughnessy. Millidoo Sonnet third, Kiss Don't Tell, and Helen Gone. Time of the race, 1:11 and 21/100ths. Unofficial order of finish appears on the board. Finishing first, it was number 5, Pearl Essence. Second was number 4, Shaughnessy. Finishing third, number 3, Millidoo Sonnet. And fourth, number 6, Kiss Don't Tell. Results are official. Running time of the race, 1:11 and 21/100ths. The fifth race today was the Budweiser Purse. And number 5, Pearl Essence, is a bonus eligible today. The WTBOA Wahip Maiden Special Weight and Up category. Her victory today earns a big check of $1,500 in addition to her purse earnings. Congratulations to the connections, Pearl Essence. In the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle, it's Pearl Essence. Owned by Paula Marshall, Pam Lesos, and Alexis Silva Martinez. Her winning trainer is Alexis Silva Martinez. Score that a riding double today for jockey Silvio Amador. A 3-year-old Gray Roan filly by Conveyance from Attagirl Pearl. She was sired by Attaboy Roy. Bred here in Washington by Paula Marshall. Here's a look at the prices for the 5th race today. Winner number 5, Pearl Essence, $6.84 on the win ticket. $3.24 to place, $2.48 to show. Number 4, Shaughnessy, $2.72 to place, $2.32 to show. Number 3, Millidoo Sonnet, $3.18 to show. Winning Exacta, $7.87. The rolling double, $32.51. 50-cent trifecta, $10.23. 10-cent super, $3.63. Winning pick 3, $222.17. And race fans, it's time for the WTBOA Warbred of the Week Award. Bred by Ron and Nina Hagen, 8-year-old Coastal Jazz scored his 10th Emerald Downs victory and 16th victory overall with a gate-to-wire triumph in last Saturday's featured race for $25,000 claimers. Congratulations to our Warbred of the Week connections. Coming up, the 6th race today, the Puget Sound Energy and Seattle Sounders purse at 6 furlongs. Number 2, Cheekwood, will carry 2 pounds over. Number 3, Gamblin' Terry B, a change of rider, make her jockey Jose Rodriguez 3 pounds over. Jose Rodriguez 3 over to ride number 3, Gamblin' Terry B. Number 5, Silent Beauty, will race with blinkers on. Blinkers on number 5, Silent Beauty. Number 6, Go Prancelot, has been scratched. Scratch number 6, Go Prancelot. Post time for the 6th race coming up at 5:03. 16 minutes until post time. Hey fans, First Bet is giving you up to a $250 sign-up bonus when you open an account with the promo code EMD200. That's EMD200. And bet $1,000 in your first 60 days. That's a 20% rebate on your first $1,000 in wagers. Download the First Bet app. That's 1/STBet today to get started. And remember to use the promo code EMD200 to claim your exclusive bonus. Download the app now. Play today. First Bet.
Race 6 at Emerald Downs. This will start our last pick 3 on a Saturday. The pick 3 has just a 12% takeout, and that is an outstanding figure among all tracks in North America. 12% takeout on our pick 3s. The last one for today starts right here, covering races 6, 7, and 8. It's the Puget Sound Energy and Seattle Sounders purse. For fillies and mares, non-winners at 2. Scratch the 6. And Jose Rodriguez rides number 3, Gamblin' Terry B. Rodriguez on the 3. We look at the 1, Booster Club. Booster Club is taking a class drop after running second on this level earlier this month. So it's her third start this month, but pretty significant class drop, John.
Yeah, her first race is a pretty solid second, as you mentioned, at 8,000. In the last race, she was way over her head, and she was well beaten, but the time of that race was super fast. So he beaten 12 lengths, and 1:15.1 kind of equates to an actually pretty good effort for her. Plus, she was wide. She does move inside today. Doesn't have a lot of tactical speed, but that last race was a little better than looks. We'll see if the drop back down to the price she ran second at, she can get the job done today.
Kevin Orozco aboard, and Kevin Orozco having a couple of wins today, and don't count him out. He's won at 6-1. He's won at 16-1 on Olivian. Orozco aboard for David Martinez. Booster Club, the 1. Number 2 is Cheekwood, and Cheekwood from the barn of Steve Kohler, 3-year-old Kentucky-bred filly. Been up here at Emerald Downs, up from Turf Paradise, and pretty solid efforts, really.
Yeah, she was only a length behind Booster Club in that race, where Booster Club ran second. In that race, I had her bobbling at the start and 3 wide on the turn, 5 wide leaving the turn there, and it was a decent effort. And she had run a good second one race before against slightly easier. And she's a type of horse that she hasn't one win in 14 starts, but she's in the mix, and if she gets the right trip, maybe things will work out for her.
Her maiden win came last December from well off the pace down in Phoenix at Turf Paradise. And she has just one placing since then, but several 4th place finishes. And as John just mentioned, just very shortly behind Booster Club, July 3rd. There's the 3, Gamblin' Terry B. She won at Grants Pass in June, followed that up with a 5th place finish as the favorite.
Yeah, and in that race, she was wide throughout there. She was even money after that maiden win, so that maiden win must have impressed a lot of people. And as you've talked and we've talked many times, usually your first try against winners, you're up against it. So now she's in her second try against winners, and it looks like this is the right level for her, and she has some tactical speed.
There she is, Dark Bay, as her sire Harbor the Gold had a lot of those horses. Harbor the Gold, the all-time leading sire in Emerald Downs history, with wins, stakes wins, way out in front of everybody else. Kendra Lyons, runner the 3. There's the 4, Hot Rod Christine. Here's another, we've seen a few come up from Southern Cal today.
Yeah, she broke her maiden at Santa Anita, and then she went to Los Al, and when she broke her maiden at Santa Anita, she was 28-1. At Los Al, she got bet down to 5-1, but a lot of horses just don't like at Los Al, and very similar to Gamblin' Terry B. She was her first try against winners, so she has a couple of excuses there. Now, it appears that she might like longer distances, but this is probably a lot easier company that she was facing in California. We'll see if she can pass them all in the stretch. She'll be pretty far back early, but she'll make a big late run.
Silent Beauty there with Lenny Seacher on aboard for Larry Ramnarine. Second off the layoff, a horse with speed. Hasn't won at Emerald Downs in 7 tries, but 5 top 3 finishes. Also blinkers on for this race. Go Prancelot, scratch the 6. My Leading Lady, beautiful career debut just 8 days ago. She's back in and now in the barn of Sergio Perez. And Gary Zecco, I think you were on her when she won.
Yeah, she got a good trip that day. She does draw outside, which is also positive, but this is a little tougher spot. We'll see if she can improve off her maiden win.
Yep, a couple of maiden breakers in here as we head to the track for the 6th.
And the horses take the track for the 6th race. The 6th race, a distance of 6 furlongs. It's the Puget Sound Energy and Seattle Sounders Purse. Claiming event, purse of $11,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Note the rider change for number 3, Gamblin' Terry B. Her pilot now Jose Rodriguez. Also note that number 5, Silent Beauty, will race with blinkers on. And a reminder that number 6, Go Prance-A-Lot, has been scratched. They'll be off and running in 5 minutes. 5 minutes to post.
Race number 6 at Emerald Downs, non-winners at 2 condition for fillies and mares. We've got a field of 7. Again, this is the start of the last pick 3 on a Saturday. Premio Esmeralda Sabado. And Premio Esmeralda, the festival continues tomorrow at Emerald Downs with the dancing horses and the vendors, the musicians, the outstanding musicians, La Musica, and the food trucks in the park. Time to make some selections for race 6. Let's head up to Tom.
Joe, that John Lindley's got a couple of winners on us already.
He
No,
usually
Joe
does.
had the last race actually.
Oh, you had the lot. Well, good for you, Joe.
Thanks,
couple
Tom.
of attaboys to go around.
Yeah. Well, we had, 3 out of 5 covered in there.
Yes, we did. That's true. That's true. The odds were in our favor.
But that hasn't worked earlier today.
No, not at all. How about this race, the 6th race? It's 6 furlongs here. I'm going to give the edge to Hot Rod Christine, who had a pretty good maiden win down at Santa Anita for a $20,000 tag at a mile. First outing here at Emerald, checks in for the lowest price tag, Tim McKenna trainee. Hot Rod Christine in 4 starts. She's done all of her racing at Santa Anita, 1 start at Los Alamitos. I'll put Hot Rod Christine on top. Cheekwood, second selection here. Cheekwood has been a little better in the last 2, maybe coming to task. And Silent Beauty goes with the blinkers on today. Lenny Cicheron will do the guiding. Good early foot, drops a little bit in class here. 4, 2, and 5, my picks for the 6th.
Okay, Hot Rod Christine. Yep, second start against winners, drop in class. Emerald Downs debut for her, and she is lower in odds, second favorite right now. John, how do you see this race?
I'm going to try number 1, Booster Club. As we talked, last race, she just ran into some much tougher horses that ran super fast. I know she's coming back in a week. She doesn't have a lot of early speed, but her first race was a pretty good second there. And you know, we'll see what the pace scenario is. It looks to me like Silent Beauty is going to be on the lead early there, but I think Booster Club might be able to run them all down late.
Okay, Booster Club dropping in class. I'm going to go Silent Beauty. Lenny Cicheron aboard for Larry Ramnarine. Blinkers on. A horse with good speed. A number of solid efforts here last year. And it's her second start off a layoff from 2025. She showed a little early run in her comeback race. Mimi K, a hot horse, won it. So 3 different opinions here. I'm on the 5. Tom's on the 4. John's on the 1 in race 6.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 6th. The 6th race, the Puget Sound Energy and Seattle Sounders Purse. Field set to load now as Booster Club heads up to the mark. The 6 to 5 choice. Now comes Cheekwood. Gamblin' Terry B. Hot Rod Christine next one up. Breakaway Blanket on the 5, Silent Beauty as she goes in. My Leading Lady brought forward. Jockey Adrian Castellanos will climb aboard in the gate for that one. Gary's Echo, last one to load. Now they're in. And runners away. Good start for Silent Beauty. My Leading Lady off well. Gary Zecco up from the outside. Then it's back to Cheekwood racing on fourth behind the lead trio. Gamblin' Terry B follows next. Along the inside, Booster Club is next. And then another 5 or 6 to Hot Rod Christine. Less than a half mile to go. They race on for the far turn. 22 and 8/100ths. It's Silent Beauty just in front. My Leading Lady on the outside, second by 2. Gary's Echo is third. Cheekwood is next at the rail, and they've just over a quarter mile to go. They pretty much left the rest behind, and Silent Beauty takes them off the turn 2 to the good. It's Silent Beauty headlong for home and a furlong away. My Leading Lady trying to cut into the margin. Booster Club is suddenly back on. Here comes Booster Club in the final 16th. Booster Club full of run and opens up 2, 3 and wins it. Going away, Booster Club, clear-cut winner. Silent Beauty, then My Leading Lady followed with Hot Rod Christine. Cheekwood next, Gamblin' Terry B and Gary Zecco. Running time a minute 11 and 91/100ths. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board for the 6th race. Finishing first, it's number 1, Booster Club. Second was number 5, Silent Beauty. Finishing third, number 7, My Leading Lady. And fourth, number 2, Cheekwood. Once again, the running time, 1 minute 11 and 91/100ths. 6th race today, the Puget Sound Energy and Seattle Sounders Purse. Results for the 6th race official. The official winner, number 1, Booster Club. In the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, it's Booster Club. Owned by David Martinez and Russell Holt. Winning trainer is David Martinez. That's 3 wins today for jockey Kevin Orozco. Booster Club's a 4-year-old bay filly by Clubhouse Ride. From the mare, Bullicious, she was sired by Ghost Zapper. Bred in California by GRD2 Racing. Here's a look at the prices for the 6th race. Winner number 1, Booster Club. $374 to win, $214 to place, $210 to show. Number 5, Silent Beauty, the runner-up, $414 to place, $314 to show. Third, number 7, My Leading Lady, $4.58 on the show ticket. Winning exacta $6.07. The rolling double $8.40. 50-cent trifecta $22.02. 10-cent super $9.83. The pick 3, $40.49. The pick 4, $362.41. Coming up, the 7th race today, the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse at 6 1/2 furlongs. No changes in the 7th. Post time for the 7th race, 5:31, 18 minutes until post time. Hey fans, our final Family Fun weekend is coming up on August the 8th and 9th. There'll be free pony rides, face painting, bounce houses, and sidewalk chalk. Plus, on Sunday, August the 9th, we'll have a kids race on the track. Don't miss the final Family Fun weekend, August 8th and 9th, here at Emerald Downs.
Coming up on race number 7, and we've got a bunch of owners and friends of owners down here in the paddock for the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse. A lot of fans at Emerald Downs today. Premio Esmeralda Saturday, and more great events tomorrow as part of Fiesta Premio Esmeralda. A good sprint for 3-year-olds and up in here. Allowance conditions. Our Saturday feature, 8 runners in here, and looks like plenty of early speed. And boy, the track's really been fair this week. Not that it isn't usually, but boy, we've seen closers win. We've seen front runners do their thing. Booster Club was awesome from off the pace last race.
Yeah, he pretty far back early and made a big run to the stretch. And yesterday we saw a big closer win too from far back. But you look at this race, as you mentioned, there's a lot of speed in here, but there's also horses with good tactical speed. It's a good field, a pretty competitive field for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 7th here. Let's see. Morning line favorite is Yeti Loot for Rosie Simpkins, who comes off his career best. Impassable is number 1. Impassable, the Howard Belvoir trainee by Barkley, stakes placed a couple of times at 2, had a nice maiden victory last year. Just hasn't really had his best stride going so far this year. Does have a 3rd, but he should get a pace, as we mentioned, to run at today.
Yeah, as you mentioned, as a 2-year-old, he ran second to See That Tiger. He also ran second to He's Not Talking, 2 horses who, of course, were multiple stakes winners. And then last year, after he broke his maiden, he ran a great second to Cap It Daddy. As you also mentioned, this year maybe not as much, but it's his 3rd start off a layoff, so he has a right to improve. He does draw the 1 hole at 6.5. We'll see if he can bounce back with a better try.
Impassable from the rail. Frank Alvarado is back aboard for Howard Belvoir. Stratajet just didn't get a good break from the gate in his career debut, and if he had, who knows what we might have seen that day. But boy, his 2nd start on a drop in class, he showed a lot of significant speed.
Yeah, as you mentioned, in his 1st start, he broke slow and was super wide throughout. And then last race, he broke a little bit slow, not too bad, but once he was able to get to the lead, he drew off to a big win, came back with a nice 59 workout. Now, he is meeting a little tougher company today, but he only has 2 starts, and Conveyances are having a great year.
Yeah, he did win at 5/8 of a mile. He's going 6.5 today, but he is a fast horse. Stratajet with Kevin Orozco back aboard for Kay Cooper. And then Yeti Loot, boy, let's hear about his last race.
Yeah, last race he shot to the lead in front of Comcoon and Collected. It was a big favorite, but never looked back, running 1:08.1. Now that day it did kind of help to be on the lead on the rail, but that was only his 2nd start of the year, and he also came back with a blistering workout.
Just his 2nd start of the year, a super fast victory for Yeti Loot. He also ran 3rd in his return in 2026, so all of a sudden he's got pretty good thing going in his career. Kevin Krieger returns to ride for Rosie Simpkins on Yeti Loot. Just sneaking a look at the board right now. And early wagering, he's the favorite. DeSmoke is a very capable sprinter for trainer Ann Wisdom, a 1st, 2nd, and a 3rd at the meeting.
And you look at his form this year, nothing wrong with it. He's drawn the 1 hole in 4 consecutive races. Now he kind of gets in the middle of the pack. He has shown an ability to pass horses. Maybe he sits right off the inside speed horses and gets that night stalking trip today.
Leading rider Silvio Amador aboard DeSmoke, another son of Conveyance. Blackberry Jam, this will be his 3rd start of 2026. He's the only 3-year-old in the race. Of course, he was a stakes winner last year.
Yeah, and this year in his very 1st start, he ran a close 5th in the Auburn, and he was wide throughout that day, and that day you had to be inside. Last race, I think he just bounced a little bit. He is going to get a hot pace to run at. We'll see if he can turn it around.
Apprentice Pablo Castillo on Blackberry Jam for trainer Ryland Harwood. Verdi, the 6, took a while for him to break his maiden. Now he's won 2 out of 4 and has a 3rd in there as well. And again, he can pass horses, and it should be a good setup for him.
Yeah, in fact, last time he beat Yeti Loot and Calm, Cool, and Collected, and as you mentioned, this is going to be a hot pace. Now, he's been off a little over 5 weeks, but as you know, he's going to be flying in the stretch.
And Jose Rodriguez did win aboard Verdi on June 7th. He's back up for Frank Lucarelli. Nightline, the 7 from trainer Howard Gibson. Blake Nunnally aboard. He ran. He's just run once at this meeting and lost a dirty nose at Grants Pass, but we've seen him on a few different seasons, and he is a fast horse. Nightline.
Yeah, as you mentioned, here's another speed horse, but he did show the ability to sit off last time when he was at Grants Pass and got that nice stalking trip. He drew outside, which gives his rider options. Now, these are a little tougher horses. We'll see if he can compete here.
And on the outside, it's Charlie Neal, who raced last year. He raced as a 2-year-old in 2024 and then had the lengthy layoff. Dan Markle had him ready to go on July 11th a couple of weeks ago. He was in it all the way, John, and got the victory in that maiden 25, but just a huge return for Charlie Neal.
Yeah, that was an impressive race off maybe a year and a half there, and he battled every step of the way. He does draw outside again, but these are a little tougher horses. We'll see if he can upset the apple cart. He did it 34-1 last time.
34-1 winner. Gets Alex Cruz today. Charlie Neal on the outside, a field of 8 headed to the track for the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse.
The horses take the track for the 7th race today. The 7th race, a distance of 6 1/2 furlongs. It's the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse. A purse of $24,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Post time coming up in 5 minutes.
Race number 7, a really fine Saturday feature race. It's the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse at 6.5 furlongs. Sprinters involved under allowance conditions. Hey, want to recognize a birthday today. Happy birthday to our very popular clerk of scales here at Emerald Downs. Happy birthday, Kenny Peary. Happy birthday, Kenny. He makes that trip from the jocks room to the winner's circle every race. And it might take him a little longer right now after some birthday wishes. Let's go to some selections. Tom, who do you like in the 7th?
All right, Joe. Well, I'm going to look to number 3, Yeti Loot here with Kevin Krieger, Rosie Simpkins, the coach. Yeti Loot had a top effort in the last outing. Gets a little extra real estate to work with here today. Yeti Loot currently 7-5 the choice on the board. Number 2, Stratojet, coming out of a nice race and stretches out here a bit, but a nice win in the last. Certainly looms a top rival here, and Kevin Orozco having a big day. On the inside, Impassable rounds out my top 3. Perhaps the class edge here draws that inside post for a plus. Last race was a question. I just don't think he really fired in that one. Certainly deserves another look. 3, 2, and 1, my picks here in the 7th.
Yeti Loot coming off a tremendous win. It was visually impressive, and the timer thought so as well. Let's hear from John.
Yeah, and I'm going to agree with Tom and the public. I know this is a tough race with a lot of early speed in it, and he was kind of aided by a track that favored early speed, but that was a big win. Calm, Cool, and Collected came out of that race and won, and then he came back with a 58-3 workout. I think you're going to have to catch him again. We'll see if you can.
Okay, he is better this year. Yeti Loot, Kevin Krieger for Rosie Simpkins. I'm going to go to Verdi, the 6-horse, Frank Lucarelli runner with Jose Rodriguez. A winner last time out, just should get a really strong pace to close into, and he can pass horses. I'm on the 6, Tom and John on the 3 here in the 7th.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. There is a late scratch in this 7th race. By order of the stewards, number 2, Stratojet, has now been scratched. Scratch number 2, Stratojet. From this, the 7th race. Stratojet will be escorted back to the saddling paddock. We'll have a slight delay before the running of the 7th race. Win, place, and show wagers on number 2 Stratojet may be refunded at the parimutuel windows. And if you had number 2 Stratojet coupled in your rolling double with number 1 Booster Club in the 6th race to number 2 Stratojet in this, the 7th race, there will be a consolation payoff for those combinations. And if you had number 2 Stratojet combined in your multi-race wagers, your selection will be automatically transferred to the post-time wagering favorite in this 7th race. Again, a late scratch. Scratch number 2, Stratojet. And Stratojet now safely back in the paddock, and the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 7th. Field set to load for the 7th race, the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse at 6 1/2 furlongs. Once again, out of the backstretch chute. Impassable inside post. Here comes Yeti Loot, who moves to the inside by 1 spot due to the scratch of Stratojet, who's vacated the scene here. DeSmoke, next one up to the line, and Blackberry Jam now to join them. Verdi strolls to the gate. Nightline, one from the outside. Little anxious is Charlie Neal, number 8. Charlie Neal steps up. All in. And runners away. Outward at the start, Charlie Neal, but gathered up. Nightline broke smartly. Charlie Neal is right there. Those two pair off in the immediate going. Yeti Loot kicks on with DeSmoke, who's hustled away alertly. Span of 5 back to Blackberry Jam. Then we'll drop back another 2.5 or 3. Impassable next at the rail with Verdi at the tail, a half mile away now as they run for the far turn, and it's Nightline in front, 3 parts of a length. Charlie Neal on the outside, second, 1.5 lengths to Yeti Loot third. Then comes DeSmoke on the outside, racing next as they take it midway round the turn. Will drop back about 3.5 or 4 to Impassable, who continues to gain at the rail. They're in stride with Blackberry Jam. They run to the top of the stretch. Nightline comes off the turn in front. Around the turn and head for home in the final furlong now with Nightline kicking clear by 3. Charlie Neal is in pursuit. Impassable continues to gain with every stride, 70 yards to the wire. Nightline hanging on for dear life. Here's Impassable. Nightline wins it by a length. Impassable, the runner-up. Charlie Neal third to Verdi, Blackberry Gem, to Smoke, and Yeti Loot. Running time of the race, 1:15 and 92 100ths. Results on the totalizator board now. Official winner number 7, Nightline. Second was number 1, Impassable. Third came number 8, Charlie Neal. Fourth was number 6, Verdi. Again, the running time, a quick 1:15 and 92 100ths. Seventh race today, the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse. Into the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle, it's Nightline. Nightline is owned by Howie Gibson, Ron and Nina Hagen, and Peter Duratius. That's a riding double for jockey Blake Nunley. Nightline, a 5-year-old dark bay, brown gelding by Coast Guard from Nightclub. She was sired by Maddie G. Bred here in Washington by Ron and Nina Hagen. Here's a look at the prices for the 7th race. Winner number 7, Nightline, returns $14.74 to win, $6.40 to place, $5.02 on the show ticket. Number 1, Impassable, $5.46 to place, $3.94 to show. Number 8, Charlie Neal, third, $6.60 on the show ticket. Winning Exacta, $48.05. Consolation 1-2 double, $1.70. The winning combo 1 and 7 paid $12.34. 50-cent trifecta worth $246.82. The 10-cent super $105.22. The pick 3 returns $42.57. Coming up, the 8th and final, it's the neutral purse, a distance of 6 furlongs. Number 2, Valid Gold, a change of rider, maker jockey Jose Rodriguez. Jose Rodriguez to ride number 2, Valid Gold. Number 3, Big Brother Ron will carry 2 pounds over. Number 4, Calico Tiger's been scratched. Scratch number 4, Calico Tiger. Time to go trackside. Here's Joe Withy.
Thank you, Tom. And Nightline, display of speed, outrunning a fantastic group of allowance sprinters here at Emerald Downs. Nightline, the Washington bred from Eldorado Farms, Ron and Nina Hagen, the Hagen's part owners, along with Howie Gibson and wife Miranda, and Pete Doratus as well. A lot of enjoyment. And Blake not only aboard. Blake, you've had a few like this. You've had some from off the pace, but it's nice to be on a talented horse, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, he broke real sharp today, and that was kind of the goal, was to get him out of there and go. So when the gates opened, hustled him out of there, and you know, going down the backside, his heart got bigger and bigger, and I knew they were just gonna have to catch us.
Boy, 6.5, it was pretty easy in the end. Impassable made a good run, but another great job getting a horse with speed out in position early. Nice work, Blake.
Thanks, Joe.
Blake not only aboard, and Howie Gibson, another trip to the winner's circle. Howie really having a great season. This horse hadn't won at 6.5 before, but I see he had 3 seconds in there. So was the distance any concern for you today?
Actually, I was looking at it right before the race, and I thought the same thing. I didn't realize he ran 3/3 in it, and then he ran third in the Washington Cup as a baby and everything. So he's a horse that likes to get up on the front end and see how far he goes.
Yeah, well, very fast today. Congratulations on another win for trainer Howard Gibson. Pete Doratus, part of the ownership group. Pete, you got a good team here. You got a bunch of good teammates.
Oh, for sure. Howie and Alejandro, the groom, all the credit for sure.
Well, a nice win today. Nightline's having a good career. We got to get a word from Ron Hagen in here. And Nina back at Eldorado Farm, I'm sure, working hard. But, man, you guys have got a lot of winner's circle pictures to sort through, and checks to cash, and trips to Emerald Downs. Ron, it's been a great few weeks for you. Congratulations.
Unbelievable.
Whether it be trainer Steve Bullock or Howard Gibson.
Good assistant trainer, and great partners, and good horses.
You bet. Sons of Coast Guard and Barclay. Nightline by Coast Guard takes our Muckleshoot Casino Resort purse.
Once again, coming up in the 8th race, a rider change for number 2 Valid Gold pilot now Jose Rodriguez. Also a reminder that number 4 Calico Tiger's been scratched. Post time for the 8th and final today at 5:59. 12 minutes until post time. Horses on the track for the 8th and final. It's the neutral purse at 6 furlongs. Maiden claiming event, purse of $10,000. It's for maiden fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Once again, note the rider change for number 2, Valid Gold. Her pilot now, Jose Rodriguez. Reminder that number 4, Calico Tiger, has been scratched. Post time in just 5 minutes. 5 minutes to post for the nightcap.
It's the 8th and final race at Emerald Downs and Premio Esmeralda Sabado. And hoy domingo, Premio Esmeralda continues. This is a maiden race for 3- and 4-year-old fillies at 6 furlongs, scratch number 4. Let's head up to Tom for the finale.
All right, Joe, let's see if we can go out on a winning note here. It's been tough sledding so far.
I think a lot of handicappers would agree with that statement today.
Well, we've seen some pretty good prices. The problem is didn't have any of them. So,
Yeah.
you know, that happens, I guess. Shady Creek, number 5 for me this time. Adrian Castellanos will be the pilot here. Very impressive finish at first asking. I think the extra distance will be a plus here as well for Shady Creek. I'll put that one on top. Shady Creek currently 8-5 on the board. Big Brother Ron, second selection here. This one was gaining late in the last outing at 5.5. 6 furlongs may work out a little better. And Ording Mist rounds out my top 3. This one faced a bit tougher in the first couple of starts at the maiden claiming $25,000 level. That was last year as a 3-year-old. This will be her first appearance as a 4-year-old. 5, 3, 7. My selections here in the 8th.
Number 5 on top, Shady Creek, who had that real impressive last half mile in her debut a couple weeks ago, and she makes her second start today. Tom is on the 5. John?
I'm on the 5 also. I think, as you mentioned, that race kind of points her out. She ran into a horse that was dropping way down in price in Slippery Silk, who dominated that field, but she made a big run for second. She gets extra distance today, finds relatively a soft spot. I wish she had a little more early speed, but we'll see if she can improve off that race. She'll be double tough. We'll see if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on Shady Creek. You know, I think most who saw that race were impressed by her stretch run, and she gets a little more ground, a whole furlong farther today. We're on the 5 here in the 8th.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 8th. Field set to load for the 8th and final. Swinging in the Rain, first one up. Now comes Valid Gold. Big Brother Ron, next one. Now Shady Creek, the even money choice. Little Minnie Mo, 2 from the outside. Ording Mist, second last to load. Now comes Designated Runner and the 8th. All in. And runners away. Good start for Designated Runner. Here goes Little Minnie Mo fast off the mark. Swinging in the Rain is right there to join the leaders. Up on the outside, Ording Mist is settled into stride, 4th, a length and a quarter to Shady Creek. Moving from between horses, then comes Big Brother Ron. Gap of 5, back to Valid Gold as they continue their run for the far turn. On the inside, Little Minnie Mo just in front. Designated Runner is right there. 2 lengths more back to Swinging in the Rain at the inside. Ording Mist follows next. Still 2 more back to Shady Creek with just over a quarter mile to go. Out front, Designated Runner shakes loose and opens up by 3 at the top of the stretch. Little Minnie Mo is in pursuit as they head for the final furlong. Designated Runner opened clear by 4 or 5 and going away in this one. Out front, it is Designated Runner in an absolute runaway. Wins it by a city block. Little Minnie Mo runner-up. Then comes Valid Gold on the outside. Swinging in the Rain to Big Brother Ron, Shady Creek, and Ording Mist. Time of the race, 1:10 and 62 100ths. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board for the 8th race. Finishing first, it was number 8, Designated Runner. Second was number 6, Little Minnie Mo. Third came number 2, Valid Gold. And fourth, number 1, Swinging in the Rain. Once again, the running time, 1:10 and 62 100ths. The 8th and final race today was the Neutral Purse. Results for the 8th race now official. The official winner, number 8, Designated Runner. Into the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle, its designated runner. Owned by Lee and Connie Erickson. Trained by Rye Harwood. And ridden to victory by jockey Alex Anaya. A 3-year-old bay filly by Rise Up from Line Drive. She was sired by Line of David. Designated runner was bred in Oregon by Lee and Connie Erickson. Here's a look at the prices for the 8th and final winner. Number 8, designated runner, returns $31.88 on the win ticket. $17.14 to place, $9.28 to show. Second was number 6, Little Minnie Mo, $4.26 on the place, $3.44 to show. Third was number 2, Valid Gold, $6.34 to show. Winning Exacta, $80.54. The late double paid $164.91. 50-cent trifecta, $296.62. The 10-cent super paid $296.84. The Pentafecta with no winners has a carryover pool for tomorrow, now at $7,044.53. The late pick 3 returns $380.68. The late pick 4, $1,053.74. 4 winners on the pick 5, $101.26. The pick 5 carryover at $8,505.43 for tomorrow. 10-cent jackpot pick 6 with 5 winners, $458.21. No unique winning tickets in the jackpot pick 6. That carryover for tomorrow now stands at $30,520.77. Race fans, don't forget, Fiesta Premio Esmeralda continues tomorrow. We'll have the dancing horses back once again. Live music, dancers, and great food. 11 races tomorrow, including 3 quarter horse trial events. Gates open at 11:30 a.m. The first horse show on the track will be 1:30 p.m. and the first race will be at 2:15. Join us tomorrow for Fiesta Premio Esmeralda. That concludes our live day of race action today here at Emerald Downs. Once again, be sure to join us right back here tomorrow. From all of us here, I'm your track announcer, Tom Harris, wishing you all a pleasant good night.